the question should have been, not how do you feel about same-sex marriage, but do you believe that a majority by popular vote should get to decide the rights of a minority? That's a dangerous precedent, because that means that the rights of people are determined by who's in the majority at a particular time.
Right.
The real question should have been, do you want to vote on an amendment that makes the only domestic union between a man and a woman, thereby undermining the rights of other couples and possibly the rights of children and the rights of those who may be victims of domestic violence? Do you want to vote on an amendment where every law school in this state, all of the family lawyers from every law school in this state has said is bad law?
Right.
Do you want to vote on an amendment that the legislators didn't even allow public comment? Y'all need to, do you want to vote on an amendment where they would not even allow lawyers to help them write the law?
Mama.
And make sure that the law was not expansive? Do you know that they could have written it in a different way, but chose to make it as narrow, as broad as possible in a regressive, reactive way? Do you know that this law could hurt the ability of children and to get health care if their parents are not married? Could interfere with hospital visitation? Could hurt heterosexual marriage? The question should have been all about, not how do you feel about same-sex marriage, but do you believe we should codify and vote on discrimination and hate and division in the Constitution? And when we have carried that message across this state to the grassroots, when we have cut through the Trojan horse tricks of the Tea Party backed forces and asked people, do you think we ought to be tampering and trying to amend the 14th Amendment or Section 1 of the Constitution? Do you believe, especially in the South, with all of our ugly history, in the South, where if we had to vote on the laws that protect us today in the South, and some of them, we probably put them up for a popular vote today.
Right.
If we put the Voting Rights Act up for a vote today in the South, we put the Civil Rights Act of '64 up for a vote today in the South, we put the Fair Housing Law up for a vote today in the South, it would probably be defeated. And you believe in the South, we ought to be putting people's rights up for a popular vote? When we tell people who's behind this, Family Research Council, the American Family Association, all affiliated with groups that are listed as hate groups, when people find out that even heterosexual couples could be hurt and children could be hurt, when we ask the right question and let people know who's behind this, overwhelmingly they say, we are not in support of Amendment 1.
Right.
And so as we go forward from this place, let all of us say, we've read the Greek classics too. We know what a Trojan horse looks like. And Troy may have been fooled, but we are not.
All right.